Well, it has been a while again, but I have been working my butt off. There is a lot of stuff that is pretty obviously done, so why don't I just walk you through a little bit. So we've got the hood painted, well, it's sealed, primed, epoxy, 2-part, by the way. I do have one new fender for the passenger side. Same thing with this one being all primed. I rebuilt the hinges. Let me rephrase that. I put new pins and bushings in those things. My plan is to be hanging doors soon, and then fenders, and kind of get a rough mock-up, which I'm excited for, which is why there is a lot of other bits and pieces here. This white part's actually my bumper. There's also the lower valance and chin spoiler. Sneak around back here. Got the deck lid primed up as well. Cut out for dual exhaust. So let's see, the last time you saw this thing was getting painted, and now, look at that, there is no suspension underneath at all. So I actually took it next door from the shop that I'm in right now, and they went ahead and just yanked out all the suspension for me, put it on this dolly that was sold to me by another fellow Mustang lover, and I got all new suspension coming. All new suspension, which will be pretty dang exciting. So what I did tonight was do a lot of seam sealing. Let's see, from the last time you saw this trunk in this position, you know, it wasn't painted yet. We had a weld right here done. It's actually a lap weld, I think, right there. Well, we laid it over. Anyways, any place where there was a seam, I sealed. Now, it doesn't look too pretty, but check this out. There's one that I did tonight, right? Nothing fancy. There's one from the factory. Needless to say, they didn't really care either. But that's okay. I plan on putting a carpet and stuff in the back here, just so it looks decent and covers up some of these areas. The biggest thing is just anywhere where two pieces of sheet metal join, that we seal them up. That's kind of been my mission tonight. Seam sealer is kind of a, I don't know, touchy subject with a lot of people. There is a lot of different kinds. I got this for a 12-pack on eBay for, I think, 120 bucks or something with free shipping. I've never used seam sealer before, so I really can't give you an honest opinion on how it compares to others. However, from what I can see, it works just fine. Since the whole entire car was primed and then the inside was satin black, it actually had a little bit of sealing done to it already. But I still went all the way around, and if you remember from earlier videos, I was chipping away at old seam sealer. So I kind of just went back through and put it where it was at. Once again, all this stuff is going to be covered, so I'm not too worried about how it looks. I just need it to function. There's definitely a lot of different ways you can apply it and make it look pretty. For this application, wasn't really that important. Let's see, another thing I did is I ran a stainless brake line. This actually came with the car, so this actually goes from the front here all the way to the back, and since I had it and it was stainless, why not? Let's put it in. So it's there. I'm in the process right now of redoing my steering column. I'll throw up some pictures right now of that. More or less just going through it, inspecting everything, cleaning everything, and painting everything, removing the rust, kind of like what I've been doing for most of this stuff. I guess I haven't really had an opportunity to get much of underneath, but as you can see, I spent a lot of time sandblasting this underneath, and then it was primed and painted. So now, this is actually what the paint will be. I'm sure I'll use some sort of undercoating, seems how I live right next to the ocean, and everything around here rusts. But for right now, it's just got this nice satin black. The black paint was also a 2-part hardening paint. So this stuff is like pretty cool. I mean, you can sit there and scratch it with a wire brush even, and it takes a while for it to go off. So it should really help protect all that bare metal after I sandblast it. This dolly is a really helpful thing. Like I said, I paid someone to actually lift the car up on a jack and take the suspension off and place it on this, just because I didn't have the ability to do that. Also, I've been using this quite a bit, just for little things that I don't really stress about having crazy paint on, but just want to seal it up. Like these areas in here, and pretty much any stuff that I've been doing with the chassis or suspension that, you know, just needs to be black. This comes in a satin black, and it's just perfect. Believe it or not, it actually matches the paint right here pretty good. We actually did all the painting and stuff before I had the suspension out, and so once it was out, there was a couple areas that just didn't get hit, and so I went back through and painted it with this stuff. Also went ahead and these. Woohoo! I gotta get some springs, but I had these, so I'll put those on. I'm hoping to get like body panels and hood on and everything kind of lined up a little bit, bolted on. Well, there you go. We shall carry on. So there you have it. I haven't been really taking video of the things that I've been doing, mainly because I keep on forgetting to grab the camera. But I still have been doing a lot of stuff and making a lot of progress. It's pretty exciting to actually have Mustang at this point. So let's think about from when you first saw, you know, now there's no more rusty, rotted out, bad panels or anything like that. So everything's new. Now everything was then sandblasted, primed, sealed, and I went ahead and actually I'm the one who painted the fenders, hood, doors, trunk lid, so that was pretty cool. Big thanks to Jacob for letting me borrow this gun to do that and buy some paint off him to do that. I'll throw some pictures of that. I did it actually at my shop, my work. And then it's just been in kind of a process of waiting on a few things like suspension, but in the meantime doing some more little jobs. Like I said, the door hinge pins and bushings, and now seam sealing. Here pretty soon though, it'll be off to body work, which we're going to probably shift it over to my dad's shop and start working on that. I might do some stuff in the meantime here while it's in this nice heated shop. Gosh, a huge thanks to everyone who's let me take this Mustang into different places. I think from all the videos that you've seen, I've had it in like 4 or 5 different shops, at least bits and pieces. So I'm pretty excited to actually put this back together. You'll actually kind of get a mock-up of it probably next time. Next video, I think I'll have this thing all kind of half-ass bolted up. So, thanks for hanging out.